Artlist.io.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the Gunner Report for the Arsenal vs Brentford post-match report. A really big performance and a great way to start the new year. I mean, my voice is going all croaky, but this performance was exactly what we needed. Brentford, matching Liverpool's home form in the Premier League, that it's probably the toughest place to go apart from Anfield this season, and we've gone there and we've won 3-1. Possession was 50-50, I believe. Let's just look through the stats here, because possession would say it's 50-50. Brentford, obviously, they did score the first goal. I do think that we were pretty unlucky to concede that. We pretty much dominated the first 10-15 minutes. Brentford obviously scored on the counter, and I was saying in the pre-match report, make sure to be careful on the counter because of the players like Wissa and Mbeumo. Wissa, he didn't do anything today, and Mbeumo obviously scored the goal. I think Calafiori gave him too much space there. It poses the question, if that was Lewis Skelly, would that have been a different story? I do think Arteta should have started Lewis Skelly, and I even thought that Lewis Skelly should have came on a bit earlier. I definitely think he'll be starting the Brentford game. I don't think Calafiori played all that well. Raya, obviously, he moved a bit too far to his right and slipped a little bit when he dove, and he left too much space at the near post, and Mbeumo was always going to score that. Damsgaard played well for them. He got the assist. Martinelli got man of the match from us, obviously scoring that goal. We'll talk about that in a second. I think, in my opinion, Partey played the best. He was just always winning the ball when it was near him, those duels, and he's just like a commander on the field, playing a DM. I love Partey so much. He's probably been one of the most surprising players this season, considering he wanted to leave in the summer. My voice is so croaky. But yeah, anyway, let's just continue. One of the big names starting was Waneri. Obviously, you'd expect Martinelli on that right and Trossard on that left. That's kind of what Arteta has opted for recently, but he's gone with Waneri. I think Waneri played really well. He can drive down the right to the byline and cross in with his right, and he can cut back in with his left. And he's a lot more like Saka, so it works better with Ødegaard. I think Ødegaard was better today. He was better than he was against Ipswich. Still, he's not really reaching his best. Obviously, Saka and White are both injured, and they're two players that Ødegaard is usually around. Let's just talk through kind of the events happening during the game. So, obviously, in Mbeumo goal, we've kind of talked about. Then a shot, I can't remember who it was from. I think it was Norgard or Yamoljak, if that's how you pronounce it. And it's kind of slipped through Raya's hands, and it's inches away from the goal when Raya taps it away. And if that goes in, I think we lose the game. Going 2-0 down inside the first 20 minutes would be catastrophic for us. I think we would lose the game. But then our goal comes. I'm just trying to remember when it came. So it was Jesus in the 20. Our first two goals were both very scrappy, and sometimes against these kind of teams where they're going to play low blocks, you just have to be scrappy. And I think it's well done by Partey just to get that shot off, put pressure on Flecken. Obviously, Flecken's been one of the best goalkeepers the past couple of years in the Premier League, and that he's been really good for Brentford. But just put pressure on their defence. Shot comes in, Flecken blocks it straight to Jesus, and Jesus heads it home. Jesus has been playing so much better recently. He's just in the box. He just looks like a whole new player. He's just finishing chances that he was finishing in that 21-22 season, the 22-23 season, like a couple of years ago. He couldn't find that form last year, and even earlier this year. Well, he hasn't really been given that chance that's prior to this little purple patch that he's having. And then we didn't really have a big chance in the rest of that half. But we definitely got the momentum back. I think after we conceded, there was a 10-minute period where our heads were down, and you could see on the players, like, they didn't look as enthusiastic about it as they did before we conceded, and they looked a bit, their heads were down, and yeah, they weren't playing the way we knew they could. And I feel like we just had to enjoy some possession during that time, and I feel like we struggled to do that. That's kind of when Brentford racked up most of their possession, was in between their goal and our first goal. But then we go into the halftime break, 1-0, and we come out absolutely firing. Moreno's goal from a set piece. And the good thing to know about the set pieces were really good today, and we didn't have our best players taking the set pieces. We had Wanyeri. Sorry, my voice. We had Wanyeri and Rice. Sorry, Wanyeri and Martinelli. Usually we have Saka and Rice. So it was good to see we were able to stay consistent with these corners even without our normal corner takers. But yeah, the Moreno one, I don't think he played all that well today, but it was good to see that he was able to score. I think the game did open up during this little period as well, but he's just fallen from in the box, and he's just poked it in from a couple metres out. Then the Martinelli one, I think it was a Wanyeri cross, and it kind of came off, might have been Calafiori or Moreno, I can't quite remember, and Martinelli put it in. He took a touch and put it away, and that kind of put the game to bed. It was a great finish from Martinelli. It was a good performance from us. This is home form, but if we go to we're now 6 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool have a game in hand against Man United, and we've got Brighton up next. So that's the table. Brentford slipped to 12 after that loss. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Thank you guys for listening to the Gun Report, and I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.